Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everything is well with us. Mechiacha mo nyinaa, megye di sɛ obiara ho yɛ. Megye di sɛ biribiara yɛ okay. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much for sharing our videos. Share, and let people, a lot of people also need the information outside there. Let's learn. Meka we wɔ ne video baako mu. I said, say, it's a platform of learning, it's platform of education, it is platform of knowledge. So, if you are interested in knowledge, this is your platform. If it's only the comedy you want, if you only pay attention to comedy and all that, this is not for you. Those that want to learn, this is their platform. Thank you very much, my followers. Thank you very much. Those of you that are still on the page, you watch us, but yet you still have problem with it. Are you cool, Nani? Yes. The beginning of the prophethood of Prophet of Islam. You've seen the other video, the next video. More video now. Before I ever can we know, you ever into topic no musiciano. But I say meka asem we say your line your number na uhu no screen so no ayɛ stable amanfo mo reporting number no as spam ne na asefo no ɔmo agya yɛtumi ask you nti WhatsApp no ɛyɛ okay WhatsApp no yɛ adwuma you can WhatsApp us voice note whatever you want to do you put it there we'll read the office line we'll listen to you and whatever it is we can talk to you or we can relate to you after we listen or we read after reading your text or whatever you WhatsApp us with. So thank you very much. The number is now working. Number you must see whatever you want to put there, questions, anything you want to talk about over there. That is our office line. You can contact us through that one. Thank you very much. Friends, when you call, the person will pick whoever the number is which will pick. That is our office line. Thank you very much. Now, back to business. Yes, you saw what we said. You saw the other video. You saw the explanations. You saw questions that was asked. One questions now you decided right? Yes. Now, still with the beginning of the prophethood of Prophet Muhammad. The other book that we read, Humat Islam, authored by Mustafa Najib, narration or narrating the incident of the beginning of the prophethood, he has left some things. As for the reason why he has taken those things out, as for the reason why he has omitted those things, we can't tell. But oyinyamani bifiho. We'll try to read 3 different books here, which are contemporary books as well. We'll try to read them here for you, and then the next video will be in the old books, maybe 3 of the old books, and then we'll move on. Now, the second book that we want to read and explain the beginning of the prophethood of Prophet Muhammad is Fiqh Usira by Muhammad al-Ghazali. We've spoken about this man before, an Egyptian scholar who has, when he was alive, who has put in so many people to death because of apostasy, the law of apostasy, the law of the people left in Islam, people questioning Islam, criticizing Islam. He has been the reason behind it. They signed the documents. You know, that is how the law is. When the law has a chance to work in a nation, when you leave Islam, you must be killed. You must be executed. But if the law does not work in a state where, in the instances where the law does not apply in a nation because of secular law, constitution, and all that, they would like to kill you secretly. they would like to organize mobile killing. They would like to ignite youth against you. That is what one of these crazy people on social media wanted to do when my issue came. They would like to do that. They will gather people and they will just find a place and then just harm you, and then they will just go. You know, when they do that, they can attach it, they can relate it to anything, they can relate to armed robbers, they can relate it to thieves and all that. So that is what they do. So when the place where the law cannot be applied, they will take the law in their own hands, mobilize youth against you. They can stone you to death. They can stone you to death. They can burn you with ties and all that, car ties and all that. That is what they do. It has happened. There are so many cases. This is the religion of Allah for you. Just like the way some people, if they had the chance, they would have done it. There is some text messages. There are some text messages. There are also WhatsApp comment on a particular someone's page on WhatsApp that we've gathered. One day I'll read them to you and hear what Muslims are saying that they're gonna do to us. Now, so this is the book of the man Muhammad al-Ghazali, Fiqh Sira. Now let's listen. He also has the same narration of the beginning of prophethood of Prophet Muhammad, but with a slight difference. So now you see the irregularities. What has been narrated in other book is quite different from what is here. Now he started with hadith. Although the hadith he started with hadith from Aisha, the youngest wife of Prophet Muhammad, whose marriage issue has become problematic in Islamic religion up to date. Muslims don't like people talking about it. When you talk about it, they frown. When you talk about it, they get angry. When you talk about it, they bleed. By then yet it is there, they can't deny it. That is it. They have to believe in it. You know, yes, even if it doesn't make sense, they have to believe in it. I remember we were having some discussions on one of the TikTok pages, live discussion with one of our brothers on TikTok page, and then one religious guy just passed a comment that they do religion without sense. Just a religion then the host asked him, if Allah said you should go and put your hand in fire here in the world, will you do that? He says no. We all just laughed at him and we understand, we got to know that they don't know what most of these people don't know what they are saying and they don't know what they are doing. Now, here, Fiqh Sira, page 101, 101, he started the narration with hadith. This is what he said. And Aisha, reported by Aisha, Ummul Mumini, the mother of believers. All the prophet's wives are believed to be mother of believers. Ummahat Mumini, mother of believers. So Aisha is one of mother of believers. Now there is a problem here. The problem of sect. According to Shia sect, Aisha is a problem. Aisha is not guided. Aisha is not rightly guided Muslim. So she has question mark on her. So if you see a Muslim criticizing Aisha bitterly, he is a Shia. Just know that he is a Shia. Now, Muminin, Aisha reported this, and she is Muminin, mother of believers. So all of you, the Muslim believers, Aisha is your mother, spiritual mother maybe. أنها قالت, that she has said, أول ما بدأ به رسول الله من الوحي الرؤيا الصالحة في النوم. The first thing that started in the prophethood of Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad, الرؤيا الصالحة في النوم. nice dream in a sleep. Now, look at this hadith. This hadith is in the second authentic book of Sunni Muslims, Bukhari. There is a tautology in this hadith, or something that we call in Arabic language tikrar. In fact, maybe tikrar al-mumil. Listen, aruya as-soliha, good dream, nice dream, and then finno, in a sleep, in a sleep. Now, why do you mention dream and mention sleep? Do we dream awake? Yanyame so daye, wabɔ daye di, o sa abɔ na. So ti hadith ne sɛ, ade a edi kan ɛwɔ Prophet Muhammad ne kɔmhyɛ mu no, ɛyɛ daye pa ɛwɔ ndamu. Daye pa wɔ ndamu. Yɛtena hɔ, yɛso daye ne yɛ nikan. Tautology. This is it. This is what we are saying. فكان لا يرى رؤيا إلا جاءت مثل فلك الصبح. There is no dream that you have unless the dream manifests immediately the next morning. So according to this hadith, that is part of his prophethood. So all these people that are dreamers, we have people who are dreamers. Does it mean that all these dreamers are also prophets? Well, we will discuss prophethood. What is prophethood? We will talk about it. Into also die no pre or sorry am upon me see. Into Satan no so die so be a no sorry no can. No ebusuafo no say almost start so omo pray ye ntuma. Omo pray ntuma fita ra na omo dey see because obewu according to the hadith. Because who die no pre ade che na esi. Fuma who be by ilayhi khala. And he has been also he also loves to be isolated. He loves to be alone. He loves to isolate himself from people. فَكَانَ يَخْلُو بِغَارِ هِرَاءٍ. And he normally isolates himself in Gari Hira, the cave of Hira. Until oteno ho afi nipa ho until otakotena Gari Hira. Yatahannafu fihi hanafa yatahannafu. According to book no yatahannafu mean wo ta'abbud osum ta'abbud osum. This is the question here. Osum then because na Islam nearby. Assume now practices that time. Which religion was he practicing? What was he worshipping? Because at that time there was no Islam. But they say Yata'annasu means Yata'abbadu. And Layali Zawat added. He goes to the Gar Hira, the cave of Hira, and be there for some number of nights. Qabla an yarja ila ahlihi yatazawwad zalik. And then he will come back to his family, his wife. ثم يرجع إلى خديجة فيتزوج لمثلها. And then he will come back to Khadija and then come and stay for some time. حتى فجاءه الحق. Until one day he was struck by the truth. He was flabbergasted with the truth. He was taken aback. He was surprised. He was amazed by encountering with the truth. Al-Haq, the truth. وَهُوَ فِي غَارِ Hira. At that moment, he was still in the Gar Hira, the cave of Hira. فَجَاءَ الْمَلَكِ. And the angel came to him. فَقَالَ. And the angel said, and I saw about one by and I saw about one car say, Ikra, read. Now, what was the angel asking him to read? Which book was the angel asking him to read? nhoma bɛyi ɛna na ɔsoro abɔfoɔ no ɛhyɛ no sɛ ɔnkenkan. What book was the angel commanding him to read? Book bɛyi. Now, according to majority of Islamic scholars, Prophet Muhammad is unlettered prophet because of the word ummi, which is wrong translation, which is a lie. Yes, which is a lie. Prophet Muhammad can write. Prophet Muhammad can read. Those that concocted and fabricated the lie and the interpretation of the word ummi to be unlettered wanted to score religious points. They wanted to establish a point that he cannot read, he cannot write. So the Quran was coming from Allah direct to him so that they can add fault or they can add value to the revelation of the Quran. This is why they said he cannot read. So that nobody will come and say that Prophet Muhammad was writing the Quran by his own self, or he has tempered with the Quran, or the verses of the Quran was written by him. This is what these scholars who said Prophet Muhammad cannot read wanted to vanquish. This is what they wanted to relinquish. This is what they wanted to take out. They wanted to get rid of this notion. They wanted to hence away with this notion. So they said he cannot read. The word ummi does not mean unlettered. It does not mean that someone that cannot read. Let me give you, there are so many examples, there are multiple examples that indicate that Prophet Muhammad can read and Prophet Muhammad can write. But let me give you one practical one. In the Quran, Quran chapter number 2, I think Quran chapter number 2 verse 200 and I'm not sure, but Quran chapter number 2, the verse is the most longest verse in the Quran. That verse is the most longest verse in the Quran. It is in Quran chapter number 2, Surah Al-Baqarah. The verse has escaped me. That verse is talking about business deals, business relationships, and agreement of business, and how the agreement of business can be documented and kept. So, any Arab man or any Arabian in Hijaz or Arabian Peninsula who involves in business knows how to write. Now, Prophet Muhammad being one of businessmen who traded with Khadija, who sent the trade of Khadija to Yemen and Syria and Co, must know how to write. If not, Khadija wouldn't have employed him. How could Khadija employ unlettered person to go and sell goods and take money? How can he do the account? How can he keep the record? And how can he account to what he has been given to go and sell? Who say and pass? So practically, Prophet Muhammad knows how to write. But people, some of the scholars who wanted to relinquish and vanquish the idea that he cannot write is about the fear. They have the fear of people saying he wrote the Quran himself. Well, whether he knows how to write or he doesn't know how to write, what is in the Quran that differentiates Quran from human writing? We are not yet there. So, it says, Ikra. The angel says, Ikra. Qala, ma ana bikaru. I cannot read. But there is a different interpretation to this. The Sufis, some of the Sufis will tell you, ma ana bikari does not mean I cannot read. It means that ma ana bikari hu alayka. What do you want me to read for you? So it means he has a lot of things that he can read. So he was asking the Archangel Gabriel, what does Archangel Gabriel want him to read for him? This is another interpretation of Ma'ana Bikari, but it is the Sufi sect that always go with most of them, or some of them goes with this interpretation. Qala, And Prophet Muhammad said, فَأَخَذَنِي, and Prophet Muhammad said, and the angel hold me. Akhadani, he hold me. And I also me. Okata said, Kinkai, Okata mean to me, Kinkai, and also me, Fakatan, and also me. Forgot me, and I want near me. You hold me and excuse me. Hatta balaga minni jahda, till I became weak, or I start to feel the pain. Thumma arsalani, and he left me, or he let go of me. Or so me and and he said the angel and Malak angel Musaka said Ikra read. Qultu, and I said again, Ma ana bikari. I do not know how to read. فأخذني فغطني ثانية, and the angel got hold of me again, فغطني, and he got hold of me again, حتى بلغ مني أجادا. He excused me and I felt the pain. Wasan show me no ato so me em mia me ma me ti o ya hu me mu. ثم أرسلني and أجاني, and he left and he let go of me. فقال اقرأ, and he said it the second time. قلت ما أنا بكاري, I said I can't read. فأخذني فغطني ثالثا, and he got hold of me the third time, excused me till I felt the pain. Or miami ni atos so miami ni atos mesa ema me ti o ya wo wo mi. ثم أرسلني, and and he let go of me. Does it mean that Allah cannot allow Prophet Muhammad to be a prophet without all this stress? If indeed Allah has power over everything, can't he let Prophet Muhammad just start the prophethood without all this stress? Fast forward. Faqala, and the angel says, Ikra, read, Bismi Rabbika, in the name of your Lord, Alladhi, that one that Khalaqa, created. Khalaqa al-insana, he created humankind. He created mankind min alaq, from a cloth of blood. To 5 verses of Surah Iqra. Faraja abiha Rasulullah tarjifu bawadiruhu. And Prophet Muhammad came back. This is Fiqh Sirah, page 101. Faraja biha Rasulullah tarjifu bawadiruhu. And Prophet Muhammad came back from the cave of Hira. His body was shivering. Hatta dakala ala Khadija. He was shivering out of fear. He was frightened. He was petrified. And he entered upon Khadija Faqala, and he said to Khadija, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, cover me, cover me. Zammiluni, Zammiluni, cover me, cover me, cover me. There is a problem with this word. Zammiluni, Zammiluni, cover me, cover me, cover me. There is another report that says, he says, Zammiluni, Zammiluni, cover me, cover me, cover me. And he also said, Dathiruni, Dathiruni, cover me, cover me, cover me. Now, let's dissect this word in Arabic language. Zammala or Zamala. It has so many meanings in Arabic language, but according to the context in which it's used here means cover me. So to cover here, he is commanding Khadija to cover him. Now, this expression is wrong in Arabic. Expression way wrong in Arabic. Zammiluni, Zammiluni. Expression is wrong. The expression is wrong in 2 ways. Number one, if it was Khadija that he was talking to, if it was only Khadija that was in the room that he was talking to her, or Khadija is only Khadija that was in the house that he was talking to her, then Prophet of Islam supposed not to use Zamiluni. He's supposed to be Zamilini because she is a female or Yoruba. And the right word of command of this word supposed to be Zamilini. Zamilini. Cover me, Kadeja, cover me. Singular. Nipa baako ọbaa. If it were to be, if it is one male, bɛrima baako na ɛwɔ hɔ a, ɛno nso ɛnsɛ sɛ ɔka zamiluni, ɛnsɛ sɛ ɔka sɛ zamilni, zamilni, bɛrima no sɛ ɛyɛ ɔbaa zamilini. But to say zamiluni is a plural form for mbɛrima, not mba. So if it was Khadija that he was speaking to, Khadija alone or Khadija with another woman, and he was asking them to cover him, yet still the expression is wrong. If it is plenty women in Arabic and you want to command them, if it is plenty women and you want to command them in Arabic to cover you, you don't say zamiluni. You say zamilnani, zamilnani, zamilnani. That is plural females being commanded to cover you. Zamilnani. But when you say zamiluni, then you are commanding plural males. And then ɛna o command bi ɔmo sɛ ɔmo cover ndɛɛma dodoɔ. Now the expression here was for Khadija. Why is it plural and for men the expression is wrong? Fast forward. فَزَمَّلُوهُ, and he says, and then they covered him. حَتَّى ذَهَبَ عَنْهُ الرَّوْعُ. They covered him until the fear is gone. The fear was taken upon him. ثُمَّ قَالَ لِخَدِيجَةَ. After the fear has relinquished, after the fear has vanished, he said to Khadija, "Hey Khadija, oh Khadija, Mali, what is happening to me? What is happening to me?" So he became confused. Prophet encountering an angel, being confused. You go explain, Kaya. What is wrong with me? And he told Khadija what he saw. ثم قال, and then he told her, لقد خشيت على نفسي. I fear for myself. I'm afraid for myself. I don't know what will happen to me. It's like something is happening to me. So Muhammad was entirely ignorant about what he has encountered. He's afraid of the thing. He doesn't know what is it. He was panicking and he's under fear. He was shivering. A prophet shivering by encountering angel. No. It doesn't sound. Now, after that, Khadija said the words she said for him, the words of encouragement we read in other book. Now, this is the important point for me now that I want us to read. فانطلقت به خديجة حتى أتت به ورقة بن نوفل. And Khadija took him to Waraqat ibn Nawfal. We read it in the other book. But there is something new here that was not mentioned in the other book. وهو ابن عم Khadija. Waraqat ibn Nawfal was the son of Khadija's uncle. وكان امرأ تنصر في الجاهلية. This is where I'm looking for. وكان امرأ. He was someone تنصر who became a Christian في الجاهلية in the pre-Islamic era. And in the pre-Islamic era, Waraqat ibn Nawfal was a Christian. Not only that, وكان يكتب الكتاب الإبراني, and he was وكان, and he used to write the Hebrew Bible. He used to copy Bible in the Hebrew language. فيكتب من الإنجيل بالإبرانية ما شاء الله أن يكتب, and he translates Injil, the gospel, from the Hebrew language to Arabic. So Warakatu bin Nawfal was a Christian, not only Christian. The fact that Warakatu bin Nawfal can translate Hebrew Bible to Arabic, Hebrew Gospel to Arabic, means he was a priest. He was an elite. He was a learned person. Until now, or a pastor, or a pope, or a priest. وَكَانَ شَيْئًا كَبِيرًا قَدْ أَمَى. At that time, he was old and he was blind. فَقَالَتْ Khadija, and Khadija told him, listen to your son. And then Waraka listened to him, and Waraka said what we read in other book, هَذَا النَّامُوس. This is an-namus. Again, the word an-namus. الَّذِي نَزَّلَ اللَّهُ عَلَى مُوسَى. This is namus that came upon Moses. Again, namus. What is this namus about? This is the story. The same story in other books. We will read them in the next video and give you some up and downs and some things that are not proper. Just like the way the birth date of Prophet Muhammad is not proper and is not known and is not accurate. The month is not accurate. The year is not accurate. The same thing, the prophethood and the beginning of the prophethood is never accurate. It's full of discrepancies. It's full of irregularities. It's full of inconsistencies. Until we meet again, I say to you, bye-bye.